You know, if you go into a church or temple or monastery, they recommend you tithe 10% of your income out of service to your Godhead. Something better than 10% of your income is 10% of your service skills, your time, like anything you're good at. And you might say you don't have a lot of time, but a lot of us are spending like 2 to 6 hours on social media, right? So 10% of your time is not a big deal. But if you give out 10% of your time and services to an individual, a stranger, someone you barely know, and get nothing in return, it has a transformative effect, not just on you, but also on them. Because for them, they can never say for the rest of their lives that no one's got your back, except your toxic family. Can't say that. Because now they live in a reality where sometimes a stranger does have your back for no reason. It happens. And for you, it accumulates because selfishness is the highest moral value in our culture, and it's brainwashed us into thinking that that's actually what we want, but it's not really true. There was a study done at Harvard where they gave 2 groups of participants $20, and one group would spend the money on themselves and the other group would spend it on someone else. When you spend that money on yourself, you feel good for a moment and then it just kind of fades very quickly. Whereas if you spend the money on someone else, that resonates. It stays with you all day into the next day, constantly. Because service and giving and helping others non-transactionally accumulates. It's an energy field that accumulates and it starts to shift your reality. And you start to live a lot more within unity consciousness, which is really heaven on earth. So simple way, 10% of service. And that's great if you're poor and scrappy, because in a way I had no choice. But I've been learning a lot from it.